A lot of people are getting excited about cryptocurrency, dudes, and yeah, the title of this video is not clickbait. Millionaires are about to be made. So when you look at the chart right now on most coins, it's absolute wild, right? Bitcoin 36.6. This will start cooling down. Ethereum just crossed 2.1k. Yeah, it's nice, it's cute, whatever. But in this video, we're going to do a Q&A. I posted here like a week ago that I was going to run a Q&A. So we're going to do a Q&A. And there's a bunch of questions in here. This video is not designed to get views. It's to, talk to you guys, the community. We might do a live stream on this eventually. Live streams are kind of difficult. And also fucking having problems with the camera. Some girl broke it the other day. Clumsy as fuck. So, gonna have to rock the looms for a while. It's annoying. The quality's not the best. But no camera. It is what it is. But the title of this video, Millionaires Been Made, right? You want to be... I'm looking at these questions and I already know there's going to be a bunch of coin questions, price predictions, and that's great, right? We always like to talk about price predictions. Price predictions are very exciting, but price predictions, I want you to look past price predictions and look at how much exit you want to have. So if you're looking at, let's just say, ADA of $10, right? That'll be nice. Is it going to happen? Maybe, probably not. Who knows, right? But if you start waiting for that price prediction of $10 and you're waiting for all your cash, we talk about this all the time. It's like, start having 20% lures out. Don't look at the price prediction of $10. Keep the last chunk for that, to 20%, right? But get out before there, man. There's going to be, and I hate to say this, man, a lot of you guys think you are prepared. You're not prepared because you remind me of me in 2021. You remind me so much. I look at you like my younger brother, even though you're probably all older than me. But I look at you, I'm like, you say you're prepared, but you're speaking exactly the same as I used to speak in 2021, and I thought I was prepared, and I was waiting for all these crazy price predictions, and some of them were so close, some of them were so far, and there was no money banked, bar from Ethereum and a couple of other coins. There was no money banked. So you guys think you are prepared, but you really need to... the price prediction videos, they get views, right? And this is just like a heart-to-heart. Again, this video is not designed to get views. But it's like, for your own good, man, it's just like, have a look at your coins and your price targets, and like, you don't need some of these crazy price predictions. Keep the last 10, 15, 20% out, but layer that back out, man, because a lot of you guys, again, you think you're prepared and you're really not. I can tell. Anyways, let's get stuck in this video. There's a lot of questions, a lot of scam, fake Jake Gordons in here. Just be prepared that, this is not me. Even on Twitter, like, I'm never going to ask for your money unless I'm trying to sell you in the community. Then I'll ask for your money, but the community is so fucking valuable. But there's no WhatsApp, there's none of this bullshit. So just be careful, new guys coming in. Don't be a Jeffrey. Now, let's get stuck in. I know this is late, but you were speaking of 100 to 1,000 X's a few days ago and mentioned Axie Infinity. We should know about Axie by now, but what are your thoughts on Smooth Love Potion SLP? It's very low price and did 42 cents rate. Yeah, so SLP, my buddy Dean, he read this coin quite successfully. And pretty much what SLP does, as far as I can remember, it's a spin-off, and it was one of the tokens used for Axie Infinity. So again, this all depends if Axie Infinity comes back. It's nice to look at its previous all-time high, and I think I do this quite too much, and I almost have to stop myself. Sometimes I look at the previous all-time high and I'm like, oh, well, it's going to go to that, and then it's probably going to go 10x off that, right? Some of these coins will not come back to the previous all-time high. I think they'll still have a bull run, but some of them will not come back to its previous all-time high, let alone, do a 10x off that. So you have to be careful. So yes, SLP and Axie Infinity are about, 100, 1,000x off their all-time high. Like, you look at Axie, it just depends. Like, is Axie Infinity going to be the next narrative? Are they going to come back? I've not looked at their game in ages. Remember in the last bull run, like, everything was just pure hype and speculation. You look at Illumium, for example, another gaming project, and I love these projects, by the way, right? I don't like Axie Infinity too much. I think the game's kind of gay, but I'm not here to not disregard what it's did on making people money. You look at Illumium, right? These guys have sponsored the channel many times. They've got so much fucking money. Millions and millions and millions of dollars for marketing, right? They're just chucking money out there. And you look at the last run, they didn't have a product, right? They had zero product, but it was built on hype and speculation, a trailer that looked half decent. There was no game, right? And they still had a fantastic bull run. So yeah, Axie Infinity, sure. SLP, sure. It's low price, but I don't think I'm going to bet on these old gaming projects. The only old gaming project I've got, I say old, but it's Scala Games, as you guys know. But I'm betting on that big, and I'm locked into that. But I'm not going to be probably buying SLP and Axie Infinity. My really next narrative is, as you guys probably know, or the new guys out there, is Render and some other AI plays. That's where I like to bet my money now, even though I'm not holding this yet. we'll know if we get in. Rollbit's another one I would look at. So I would look at the next narrative. Don't look at old narratives, although like gaming will still be fine. But I don't know if Axie Infinity can, get that higher return. I think it'll still do well. But I'm looking at coins like this, new coins. Again, this is pumped up way too high to buy, but this is like, for me, like crypto gaming, casinos, AI, that's where I think new money is going to come in. Hyping, and you can already see it. Again, Rollbit, they have an actual business. Axie Infinity do as well, but they're not doing, $40 million a month. That's all I will say. So, and this coin is still barely new, and you can see the price action so far. So, nothing wrong with Axie Infinity and SLP. It could turn $260 into 20K. Yeah, that's insane. But again, you're not going to be able to do this. That's timing everything absolutely perfectly. This is not going to be you, brother. So just focus on the 10 to 15 X's. That's all you need, unless you have a small amount of money. And if you just have $260, I'll tell you right now, get more money. I'm guessing you don't. I'm guessing you don't have $260, but this is just thesis, right? Aim for safer plays, but have those risky plays. So, if you've got that 260, put it in there. Who gives a fuck, right? It's $260. Just get it in there and then run it up if it runs up. If not, it's $260, right? We should aspire more for this, right? Even at 21K, let's aspire for more. I think everybody should have a goal of hitting the 100K. I really do. And that's minimum. If you're not hitting 100K in this bull run, you either don't believe in your active income, you're just not about it. You're just not about it. 100K should be absolute minimum standard. And yes, there's going to be that comment that you live in a third world country. My editor lives in a third world country, right? And he makes more than probably you, right? Asking these questions. So you have to be about your active income, right? If you're not going to make it, because you have to do this. You have to ride for stupid X's, right? They're great to ride. They're fun to ride, but we can do better than this, right? We can do better than this. Hi Jake, do you seriously think VRA can hit $1 in a bull run? I have VR in my portfolio. I feel like this project, I like this project. Yeah, so I'm the same. So VRA gets talked a lot about. And VRA is completely different than you look at Axie Infinity and SLP, mainly because it's still new. It's got that hype narrative around it. I mean, you look at the website, and the reason I think this can go to $1, again, that's peak. Take profits before, right? You're not holding this for $1. Like, when I say Gala Games is probably going to go $1, $2. $2 is a stretch. $1, but you're already taking profits out of 50, 60, 70 cents, right? You're already smashing out profits. Same with QNT, could go to 2, 3K, maybe, but you're taking profits out at $700, $900, 1.3, whatever, right? So VRA is nice because it's got a lot of community members and it's got a lot of actual users, etc. And it's got a great product. The problem with VRA hitting $1 is it's miles away. But again, for this one, it had a fantastic run in the previous run. And I do think it can, destroy this just because of this is, that kind of narrative. And it's got a lot of followers. It's got a lot of hype behind it. So yeah, it might get there. It might skiff it. But I'm not holding for $1. If I'm holding this coin, you're taking profits way before this. Depends when you bought it. If you bought it in the previous run, fuck, man. It's going to be difficult because you have to get back to this just to break even. So again, it all comes back to what is your average cost entry, right? If your average cost entry is 0.005, you're playing still and you're going to make a shit ton of money. But if your average cost entry is previous all-time high, yeah, you need to ride this to $1 to actually make, a 10x. That's not good, right? That's not good. I'm buying QNT for a 10x right now. If I have to buy this for like the 100x just to make the 10x because you bought it here, it's a tough game. So I like the project. I think it's going to do well, but when I say a price prediction of $1, it's just, remember, this is the YouTube game, right? You have to put these sometimes crazy stuff out there. It could happen, it could not, but as I'll always tell you guys, and as you should know, take profits out before, because it's a very silly game to try and hold for these price predictions. And again, when I see these questions, it reminds me of me in 2021. Next question, do we think we're moving in a range or currently in it all? It will come back down. Yeah, 100%. It's going to come back down. This is too juicy. This is too, there's one more shakeout, if not two coming out. This is too cute, right? It'll hit you when you least suspect it. It's probably going to come in the next month or two. We're not off to the races yet. There's one more down, friend, if not two, and I would just chill the F out. The DCA method will always win. Appreciate your hard work with us. What are your top 3 safest, your most confident bets for 10x plus? I'd like to say Ethereum, but I don't think Ethereum is going to 2K. But if you're buying it at 1.4K, like when that big crash happened, like I was, yeah, probably it might get you a 10x, but it's not guaranteed. But I would put Ethereum in there just because I think it's going to do close, not at the 2K at 1.5K. I think it will hit 10, 11, 12, 13. So I'm giving that a 10x. Again, you're taking profits before that. QNT is the other one. Again, all come back when you're buying this. And honestly, I could give you loads, but I do think Solana is an easy 10x, even from this. Like, you're seeing what it's done right now. The FUD is kind of getting over. And you can see in the last month, it's doubled, right? So again, it's an easy 10x off here. It's probably still an easy 10x off here, but these questions, it depends when you're buying, right? If you ask the same question and Solana is $1,000, The answer is fuck no, right? Because we're in a peak bull run and things are hot and things are about to crash. So yeah, that's what I would say. There's many others out there. You could even say XRP. You could probably say ADA. These are obviously established coins. You could say even Roblet. I think that's it. That is an easy, probably 100x, but it's not safe at all, right? So QNT, Ethereum, and Solana, but there's many more. But those are safe for me. Any thoughts on tax-efficient wrappers like ISN UK to buy like QT? Yeah, no idea. Tax, I know this is not your question, but tax is something we all need to think about. Especially me, like I'm in Thailand right now, but that's not going to save me. When I cash that cash out to the bank account, they're going to be knocking, right? They might not be able to knock on me, but it's like, hey, I don't want my bank accounts getting frozen, etc. I think in the UK as well, you can only have £85,000 safe, right? That's how much the guarantee's safe. And then it's like, oh yeah, if the bank goes under, you don't get that guaranteed. So a lot of people are not going to pay their taxes in cryptocurrency, and that's fine. But you do you. If you live in America, UK, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, you probably want to be careful. If you live in El Salvador, Mexico, some other of these countries, Thailand, you're probably going to be fine. But like me, yeah, tax, and again, this is not your question, but I don't know about this coin. Yeah, you got to be careful. You got to start thinking about this, because you're either going to waste a lot of money in tax if you don't know what you're doing, and it's still something we're trying to figure out because of the crazy money. Like I don't want to pay like $1,500,000 to some guy in the UK that I don't even live in the UK anymore, right? Whereas that money doesn't benefit me. So I don't know. It's tax is a difficult one, but I know that wasn't your question, but I don't know about mining stocks. Jake, are you going to give us price predictions to sell on the bull run? So again, price predictions, don't rely on me, brother. I know you mean well. And again, I was asking these same questions. I was going on BitBoy's channel. I was going on Benjamin's Cullen channel. I was going on Invest Answer. I was like, please give me a price prediction for HBAR. I was also out of scarcity, right? Because I was so deep in these coins that I was like, I need some price prediction, and I looked up to these guys. So you can look up to me, you can look up to other people, but it is your money at the end of the day. So if I give you a price prediction of HBAR of $1 and you hold for that, you can't get, like, that's me, right? So don't get mad at me if that doesn't happen, right? Because again, it is your own money. Like, what are you going to do, right? I'm in Thailand, and good luck finding me, right? So, and I'm saying this out of to help you. Don't rely on influencers to give you price predictions to try and save you, right? But I will give price predictions of what I'm going to do. I've already gave a bunch, but again, these are peak. When I say Ethereum 15K, I'm selling at 7, 9, 11, quite heavily. So when we talk about Bitcoin 150K, we're selling at 60, 80, 90. We talk about QNT at 3 to 4K. Probably never happened, but we're selling at 1.1 against 700, 1.3. HBAR the same. If we talk about HBAR $1, we're selling at 45, 59, 69, all these numbers in between, right? So this is just peak. So yeah, we'll talk about that, but don't rely on me, brother, because I don't want you to get wrecked because I give you if you see a clip of Jake Gordon or somebody shared it and it's like, HBAR's going to $2. It may be, but we've already sold, right? Hey bro, like that you held decent bags in the last bull run and never sold. Yes, sir. I've still held them since, yes sir. Apart from BTC, my main bags are ADA and Link. Do you think ADA and Link, what percentage each bag would you sell each point? So ADA, yes, I like ADA. I think it's going to do well. I think it hits its previous all-time high. Whether it goes to $10, again, it really comes down to your average entry. We talk about this all the time. If you bought Bitcoin at $1, you're good, right? And if you held it, but if you bought Bitcoin at 69K, you're not good, right? To talk about returns, right? So it just depends when you buy these coins. If you bought ADA at $3, it's like, fuck, you need to hold to $30 to get a 10x. That's not going to happen in this next bull run. But if you bought ADA at an average price of 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 11, 30 cents, you are fine. So ADA I like. Link's an interesting one. It always seems to do well. I'll never hold it. I'm not interested in it. I like the project. I understand what it does. It literally integrates everything together. Like, all these other projects, it's pumping really hard recently. Like, fuck me, man, it's doubled. A lot of coins are doubled though. You look at Rollbit, you look at all these other coins that we talk about, they've all doubled as well. Again, it's just like a nice little pump, but this will retrace. Do I think this hits its all-time high? Yeah, absolutely, man. All-time high isn't like, it's only a 3x of what it is right now. But for me, the risk/reward isn't there for me. I'd rather buy Ethereum, I'd rather buy Solana, I'd rather buy ADA, I'd rather buy QNT. It makes a lot more sense for me, but this project isn't going away anytime soon. But for me, gains are better in other plays. But yeah, I like it. What was your motivation for getting into crypto and investing in general? So one of my old clients, Samir, haven't heard from him in fucking ages, but 2020, he was one of my ecom clients, and he knew that I was making a shit ton of money from ecom and the one-to-one calls. And he was like, Jake, where are you putting this money? And I was like, what do you mean? I was like, well, I'm just saving it for a rainy day. And he was like, he gave me the whole spiel about me. And I was like, I already know this shit. I'm losing my money, inflation. I already knew this shit. I just didn't know where to park it. And then I obviously heard about cryptocurrency, but to me, it's a scam. It's already dead, blah, blah, blah. Probably just like some of you guys watching this. So he sold me, and like it eventually turned into him doing a call for me, not about me doing a call for his ecom. Once we finished that, he just gave me like a 1 hour, 2 hour, and he was showing me all this shit. And he just said to me, just buy Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? You're a big player. You've got a lot of cash. Just buy Bitcoin and Ethereum. And it was almost perfect timing because, you know, Bitcoin was around 17, 18, 19K. It wasn't that COVID crashes, and Ethereum was about $400. August, September 2020. And it was nice timing. Like, he called it spot on for me. You know, I got a Bitcoin 3x. I got an Ethereum 10x. My motivation was, I was making all this cash and I wanted to multiply it, and I only knew how to make a lot of active income in ecom, but I didn't know where to part of that. I looked at real estate, don't get me wrong, I didn't like the idea. I don't want to own real estate. I looked at other businesses, of course, but I was already making a lot of money. So investments wise, I looked at stocks, Tesla, all that kind of stuff. As you do as the newbie coming into this, you get sucked in by all these guys. And I was like, okay, let me just try. He sold me on the bull run was coming. He understood the cycle. And unfortunately, I didn't listen to him because I bought the things. I did everything right. But in 2021, he said, it's time. It's time. The bear run's coming. The bear market's coming. I was like, nah, it's already went up so much. I just need another 2x, right? And he was right. So my motivation was making more money. And yeah, I like the game of making more money. It's always been fun to me. So even on this YouTube channel, I actively tell you guys, like, I'm trying to scale this up to 100K a month. It's a fun game for me. It is so fun. So, and I would find that for yourself. If you don't have motivation to make money or, you know, do something with your life, like, I don't want to sit on the beach all day. Like, I've done it. It's done. It's complete. Maybe when I'm 70, but I'm 27. I'm good. I'm still working. I love this shit. And I probably work more than I did on a 9-to-5 job. But, you know, I believe in helping people. I believe, you know, making money and helping your family is very important. And I believe in all this stuff. So if you don't find a purpose, I think it's a very sad existing life. Like all the guys I'm hanging around with. And I, again, hope some of you guys can come and join me one day. I look forward to welcoming you guys if you can ever get to Thailand or the UK if I'm ever back, and all these other countries. I really hope you can do that. But I understood that you're not going to do this in your 9-to-5 job, right? Because even if you make 10K, 20K a month in a 9-to-5 job, you got to pull up to the 9-to-5 job, right? Of course, there's situations where you can work online and make money. That's fine. But most people are in the 9-to-5. They have to go to work. They're in the office. It's miserable. It's depression. They have a wife and she looks terrible, and he starts to look terrible, and the family comes together in a box. And my motivation was just making more money, to be honest, and helping family out, and just, you know, if I can give back, that'll be great. So that's my motivation. Cryptocurrency is the way for me. It multiplies income, but, you know, hopefully that makes sense. So I would find that for you, man. I would ask you, man, what is your motivation for getting crypto? A lot of people would just say to make money, but it has to be more than that, right? That is the first stage, but like, what happens after that? Once you make loads of money in this bull market, right? What do you do? What do you do? A lot of people don't have actual plans. Okay, you make 100K. That's a lot of money for people that never had 100K. But now what do? Do you go back to 9-to-5? How long does that 100K last you? Have a think. Hey Jake, can I greet your Philippine fans here in the Philippines? I mean, you can come to Thailand, brother. I'm not going to come to Philippines, I don't think. Maybe I will, but I'm in Thailand right now. I just got my visa approved. I'm here. I'll go back and forward to the UK, of course, but I'm here for 15 months. Very easy process. Love it out here so far. Beautiful weather, beautiful everything. It can get very distracting if you don't know what you like. A lot of people come to Thailand, and like, when people say you're in Thailand, people just think of ladyboys and like all this fucking crazy shit. If that's your personality, like, you've never seen the proper side of Thailand. Like, I've never been more motivated and worked harder. I think that's the group of friends I'm around. So Thailand gets a bad rep of just being a degenerate. I mean, you can be a degenerate in the UK, USA. Like, I've seen some degeneracy in the UK. Fuck me. You can do that here as well if you want, but yes, I think it's the best place to live, to be honest. But don't get lost in the sauce. I will say a lot. You see all these videos of like the walk in the streets of Thailand. That's not what it's about at all. At all. So, you know, you decide if you want to be a degeneracy or not. Yeah, come to me, bro. Come to me. We'll do a podcast. I can't come to you right now. I'm too busy, but hopefully you can. Top 5 100x micro cap. Again, so when I say one of these, I don't want you to start buying them. So micro cap, I'm just going to look at top 5 100x's, right? So there's a bunch that I still believe in. But 100x you got to understand how hard 100x is, right? People like to, and I've been guilty of this as well. Maybe I do a top 1000x, right? But we all know that that's just to get you in the video and for me to give you some value, right? So 100x, you realize how hard 100x is. 100x is fucking difficult, man. Really difficult, because if you look at Kronos, right? One of my buddies, Roberto, I mean, Kronos, I don't know, what did it get you? Did it get you 100x? Nearly, right? Ish. But not really, because it didn't go to like, maybe there was like a wick when it was a penny, right? There probably was. But that is what, this is not even 100x. And do you know how difficult 100x is? Solana was one of them. I guess Luna was another one, right? But like, those are top of the cream of the cream. 100x is hard. You really have to ride proper shitcoin. Really, you do. And I don't touch them. I'll give you Rollbit. I still think has great ones. Obviously Caspa, but these coins have already done the 100x. People will say they've still got the 100x left. Probably, maybe, but it's like, it's really difficult to find 100x. I don't want to give you any 100x's in this video because it's just, I could give you loads, but like they might not, and they might go way past it. And like, you look at Mina, for example, No BS talks about this on his channel a lot. I mean, even this one, it's just like, yeah, to get back to his all-time high, it's not even 100x, right? ICP could be another one, right? I'll give you one, ICP. And the reason I think ICP is because it's getting hot right now. It's got a great product. A lot of people are starting to talk about it. And it's so far off its all-time high. So if I was to give you one, it would be ICP. And again, we're not talking about microcaps here, but ICP would, I think it's a 200x, because I think this is on TradingView when it launched. It was like $600-700. So I think this is technically a 200x or 150x. But you see how far off it is. It's a lot of money to come in here. So yeah, I know why you asked this question, and I used to ask these questions all the time. But 100x is difficult, bro. It's really difficult when you break it down, because chances are, we talk about Bitcoin buying at $10, $15, all these guys have done super well. They didn't sell for the 100x, bro. The Millionaires that Bitcoin's done, the quadrillionx that Ethereum's done, they didn't sell for the 100x. They sold for a 3x, 4x, 5x, right? And then they came back and bought it. So yeah, if you rid 100x coin, chances are you never rid it for the 100x coin. So just keep that up. When cashing out, do you plan on moving it to your bank or something smarter, like precious metals? Well, definitely not precious metals. Any metals. They're definitely not smarter. So yeah, that's the thing we talked about with cash. What do you do with like 5 million in your bank account? I don't know. You have to really keep money flowing, right? If I cash out with 5 million or you cash out with 100k, regardless, maybe the 100k is fine, but the 5 million isn't fine, because I'm starting to get anxiety. What is this money doing? This money needs to keep flowing. So do you buy real estate? Maybe you buy a couple of houses in Dubai. Maybe you do it in Thailand. I don't know. But for me, having like more than like, I don't want to say a number because it'll piss some people off, but having like more than 500k in the bank account, it pisses me off. So I need to deploy it, right? I need to deploy it. So yeah, do I invest in other assets? It's not going to be gold. It's not going to be silver. It's not going to be all this crap. I don't believe in that stuff. I don't like that stuff. And that stuff costs a lot, right? If you invest in gold, you have to, store it in a bank. And somewhere in London, I'm guessing, right? This is just what Michael Saylor talks about. I don't know if it's true. And then to move it, there's a lot of upkeep of this gold, right? So sure, maybe, but for me, it's always going to be, maybe it's long-term Bitcoin. I might do that for long-term Bitcoin. Long-term Bitcoin Ethereum, you probably bank it for, right? That's what Bobby and other guys in our community are doing. But yeah, there has to be a smart play with that. It's either real estate or long-term Bitcoin accumulation. So the market pumps, right? We ride it up, we take profits. Maybe we do a big short on the way down. And then when Bitcoin crashes, we just start using that USDT. Some of it will cash out. I need to live my life, right? I want a lot of cash in the bank. Don't get me wrong, spread it into multiple bank accounts. But then we buy Bitcoin at its lowest. Then we buy Ethereum at its lowest. We lock it away in a couple of Trezors, a Ledgers, and we go again. I'm a family taker, so I made the choice to be an Adonis. Good man. The next bull run will be the start of our freedom, 100%. My goal is to reach at least 100k. So this is nice. This guy has a goal. And I would urge you guys, again, with the top 5 coins, the price predictions, do this first. So goal is 100k. Any advice on how to use those 100k after the bull run? I'm thinking of cashing out 80% of it to invest in stocks market, and 20% will be invested during the bear market. Yeah, so we just answered that question. It's once you get that 100k, it's like, where do you put it, right? Because you don't want to leave, live on the 20%, right? 20k, 30k, you can live with that if you're quite comfortable. If you're a single person, it's easy to live on. I could live on that so easily. I would have to get rid of everything, but I could live with that so easily. And that's what I like about being a free man. It's like, I could live on $500 if I wanted to. I don't choose to, but I could. If shit hits the fan, it's fine. I'll just go back home, right? Mum and dad, hello, I got broke again. I'll make it back. Hi, I need 6 months, right? So that's what I like about being like a single free man. But if you've got a family and shit, it gets a lot more difficult, right? Because that would be very selfish. But yeah, it's like, where do you put it? Do you put it in stocks? 80k is not going. You're not going to be buying like good real estate, that's for sure. But maybe you could do stocks. I don't like stocks, but for me, like I just said to you, I might just do the long-term Bitcoin play, right? So I buy Bitcoin at its lows. I don't try and time it perfectly, and I just lock them away because I believe in Bitcoin more than I believe in stocks and real estate, right? And Ethereum I would do as well. So that's what I'll probably do. But again, I'll keep a big chunk of cash. Don't know how much percent yet, but I need cash. I feel when you've got like a lot of cash, like high 6 figures in your bank account, spread into multiple accounts, because I've never trust one bank, it gives you this sort of confidence, you know, when you've just like hit a good workout, smashed a 10, like you're just full of confidence, right? You're just full of confidence. And money does give you that, whether you like to admit it or not, because we're all here for money. We talk about, yes, being kind and generous and giving away, right? We're here for money. You need money to be a good person. If you have no money as a man, right, and as a female, it's very hard to get motivated, get out of bed and like just do good in the world, because you need money to do good, or you're stuck in a shit place for the rest of your life working 9 to 5, and it just wrecks your soul. So yeah, I'm looking at buying long-term Bitcoin plays in Ethereum. I'm not interested in stocks. You could go the S&P, but for me that's boring. I'm not interested. I think Bitcoin just overall is just way better. Hey, can you make a video about your take on the whole Gala lawsuit? Yeah, we did. For me, I'm still all in. Can't sell right now. I'm too far deep. We'll ride it up. If it goes well, fantastic. If not, you know, that's one of the plays that we lost. Again, you're not going to win you're not going to win all bets, right? That's not the game of this. But if you can be spread, those losses will cover those bets. Best exchanges to use to buy crypto. I like KuCoin. A lot of our guys in our private community are using MEXC. Binance, if you can still use them, I wouldn't recommend them. Coinbase, I wouldn't recommend Coinbase either. I think even the pro version is a little bit dodgy nowadays, but I'm not sure. But Coinbase, Kraken is nice, and MEXC if you're doing trading, but you can still buy off MEXC. So there's a lot of good ones. I would get all of them. Crypto.com is another one. The more you have on your phone, it's way better, because when it's time to sell, right? Time to sell. Okay, let's get the F out. You can't rely on one exchange. It could go down. You're sitting with all this cash, and you're the guy that you did nothing wrong. You did absolutely nothing wrong, and you can get financially fucked by just one exchange, right? You look at FTX, you look at Celsius, you look at Voyager. Don't be that guy. Get multiple. What's your favorite algorithm product besides GMX, GNet? So I don't hold any of these. I've never spoke about any of these. So GMX, I know one of my guys that is interested in YouTube and has a YouTube channel. He talks a lot about GMX. He likes GMX. He also likes Monero and all these other ones, but obviously not an arbitrary play. I don't hold any of these coins, so I'm not really interested in this sector. The most, like I said, the most sector projects I'm interested in is obviously Bitcoin, Ethereum, you know, QNC, and Gala, and these gaming coins and AI coins, and obviously Rollbit, like casino plays. So I'm not interested in these, to be honest. None of these are interesting to me. Does it mean they're going to be bad? No, absolutely not. I just haven't researched any of these projects, so I'm not interested in them. And again, it doesn't mean they're going bad. You ride them, you ride your own sectors, but for me, missing out on gaming AI and some casino bets is very silly, because you won't need a lot of money to make a lot of money on those. You have to find the right ones, of course, but I think they'll all pump. So it's like saying to me, what's your favorite meme project besides Dodge and Shiba? None. I don't like any of them, right? Doesn't mean they won't do well. So yeah, sorry, but I can't answer that one. What's your best way to minimize taxes? So we talked about this. Do you recommend moving from your current? And if so, what country are best for USA? Yes, so USA settings. I'll give you a perfect answer to this. So Bobby, the trader guy in our community that's killing. If you're not in our private community, man, we share so many wins. Get in there right now. You'll find like-minded people like us, and you can learn how to trade, and you can learn how to best diversify your portfolio. Again, if you don't need to, there's no hard sell. But yeah, he's moving to El Salvador. So he wants to move to El Salvador for a bunch of tax reasons. Obviously, Dubai is another one. I don't know how Thailand is for capital gains taxes. I'm guessing it's probably decent. Maybe it's not. But he's moving to El Salvador from the USA. So that's what he's doing. For him, it makes sense. And I think there's no capital gains. In fact, there is no capital gains on Bitcoin taxes. Obviously, your altcoins, etc. If you're buying now, you're going to pay capital gains, right? Because you bought today. You didn't buy when you live in El Salvador. But for the next bull run, you could do that. What is your best way to minimize taxes? I mean, don't declare. Imagine. No, you need to have a smart thing, man. Like, if we're all going to make hundreds of thousands of dollars and millions of dollars, you can't really minimize it, to be honest, unless you have some sort of trust or business that you can kind of mitigate it. But I'm not a tax man. I'm going to pay heavy fines, and the next bill run, it's going to suck. But it is what it is. If you have the abundance mindset of like you're making so much that taxes don't scare you, yes, it's great to get this to zero. people always talk about tax zero. It's never that simple, guys. It really isn't. Even for this YouTube channel that makes 35k plus a month, it's not, you get it tax free Dubai. It's not as simple as that. There's a lot of fees, a lot of headaches you have to do. So yeah, we'll talk about that as we go through. But I'm not an expert on taxes. You can Google some like taxes accountancy, and they can do it all for you in one platform. Speak to one of those guys, and you'll probably save a lot of money. In fact, you will save a lot of money. Current portfolio is 22 quant. It's a nice portfolio. Remember, if it's on, what return should I expect from 5k? And should I keep adding? I'll go, yeah, so a lot of coins for just 5k. So I wouldn't buy any more coins. Again, you might buy a gaming coin, or metaverse play, or a metaverse play, AI play. But yeah, I would just keep going heavier. I would really bump up your QNT. If you can get to 100 QNT, it's not going to do you bad in my opinion. ADA's fine. Render, so nice you got render. Again, it depends on your average entry, right? So if your average entry is just now, you're going to do absolutely fantastic. If your average entry was 2021, you're trying to DC it down, it's a lot, you're starting to do well now, but it's like a lot more gains you need. I like this portfolio. I like it a lot. I would say just get this number up. If you can get 15k, you can get an extra 10 grand in, and I know people always say, oh, 10 grand, it's so impossible. If you could just do that, it would just make you like minimum 6 figures. This will be hard to get to 6 figures because you're on such a low amount of money and you'd have to time it perfectly. So I think you can get 40k, 50k quite safely. You could probably get 70, 80 if you're being very risky and not taking profits, but realistically probably 40k, but I don't know your average entries. I would start buying more QNT. If you're looking for that 6 figure thing, you're probably going to have to go heavier in render, but it's hard to buy render right now. So QNT, render, and Solana I would buy more of. I'm very confident in them. That's what I'll do. What software do you use for indicators to try to tell when you sell close to top? Exactly. So we use the Gordon Gauge. You can get that in our private community, and we built it in the last bull run. It worked phenomenally well, but it's not foolproof, like nothing. So it's not foolproof. It tells you. I'll give you an example. Not Twitter. This Q&A is going to be long, eh? Wonder if anybody's still watching this. So you can see how our Gordon Gauge indicator works. Not foolproof, but once you get confirmation, it's pretty much spot on. Green, obviously that's a long. You could do this on a short. Nice short there, nice long here. It's pretty good, if I don't say so myself. Confirmation, it's pretty good. So that's what I use. That's what Bobby uses inside the trading. So that's what we use. So if you want it, private community, I'll see you inside. What do you think of underground DeFi projects like MBM? I don't know what these are. I don't know what they are. So underground projects are great, and if they actually are underground, obviously there's a lot of risk, but if you catch them early, you get the roll bits, you get the Solanas, you get the ADAs when they were nothing, right? So put a little bit of cash in, but don't be all in. Where do you see Jasmy? In the toilet. Hate Jasmy. I'm joking. I think Jasmy's going to do fine, but I've never liked the project. I think it's a little bit scammy. I don't believe what they claim, but I see a chart like this, I get a little bit nervous. I don't like it. I'm not interested in holding it. I think it'll still do well though, because it's got that kind of community feel. A lot of people talk about it, but I wouldn't be betting more than 5% of my portfolio on this. For me, if it would be like 0.1%, but I'd rather put it somewhere else. Again, doesn't mean it's a bad project. A lot of people, like JCommon 3942, if you get offense to that, you're a soy boy. If you're Adonis, you're like, okay, fair enough, that makes sense. I'm still going to hold it and keep decent in it, right? So a lot of people they treat these coins like I'm insulting their grandma. And cryptocurrency niche is very toxic when it comes to this kind of stuff. So it's fine. As long as you're spread, it doesn't matter. Will you take profits if BTC surpasses all-time high earlier than expected? Yeah, absolutely. I'll be taking profits heavily. But again, my goals are not your goals. If you need 100x, you probably have to hold on. But I just need a 5 to 10x, and I'm fine. So I'm going to be taking a lot of profits this bull run, and that's only because I still remember the pain of the last bull run. I remember the vivid pain of having all this money, but not knowing how to cash out, not knowing when to cash out, and it stings me for life. Not life, but it stings me for half of the bear market. So I know how that feels, so absolutely. Where do you see VeChain top of the next bull run? Now it's on Coinbase, we used to sponsor it. Probably doing well. I haven't been interested in it, so I don't know about the UFC sponsorship. But yeah, probably it's fine. It's a classic. It's an ADA. It's a chain link, but it's not one I'm interested in. What would your perfect portfolio be to reach $1 million in 2025? So yeah, my portfolio, but I'll pass $1 million with just average returns. Again, it's your perfect portfolio is honestly the 10x. So if you get 100k in and you buy some safe plays to get that 7 to 12x, that's the perfect portfolio to me. If you have 1k, you have to ride some shit coins, you'll never make it. So the perfect portfolio is one that you can get to 100k, in my opinion, because you don't have to chase DGen plays. And that'll consist of plays like Ethereum, Bitcoin, Like, imagine if you could just buy Bitcoin. In an ideal world, you're Michael Saylor, you just buy Bitcoin, right? You get rich as fuck. The second ideal world, you have less cash, you just buy Bitcoin, Ethereum. The third ideal world is you buy Bitcoin, Ethereum, QNT, and some little AI coins and Solana, etc. That's kind of where I'm at, in my opinion. You can disagree if you want, but the perfect portfolio is just buying Bitcoin. But none of us watching this channel just buy Bitcoin, and even if you do, you need a lot of money, probably 300k to comfortably hit $1 million in Bitcoin if you were to buy right now. So that's the perfect portfolio. Price predictions for ADA. ADA, $5, Link. I don't know Link. I don't follow Link's price. In fact, we just looked at Link. I mean, probably what is it at right now? Yeah, probably 100 because it's an OG, but it's a nice OG. It probably doubles its previous. Yeah, probably 100. Pros and cons. The cons are these are old coins. Doesn't mean it's bad, but people like to discredit old coins and say most old coins won't do that well, right? But these are the pros of these is they are strong. Like you look at XRP, it survived that SEC lawsuit. Not a lot, if any, would survive that. So the pros and cons kind of correlate to each other. Pros are it's a strong coin, it's been around, it's got fundamentals, it's got a great product. The cons are it's an old coin. Right? Do you think ICP will finally stop selling off and have a good rally? I mean, ICP is one of those coins. It's just you look at the chart, you have a heart attack. But again, that's probably got 100x in it if it does well back to its previous all-time high. Yeah, so I don't really follow ICP. I've made a couple of videos on it, but that's only because people talk about it. Once you hit 100k trading before tax, what's the best step after to swing trade in crypto? After you traded before, what's the best step? I mean, just go to El Salvador, just trade Bitcoin. Go to Puerto Rico where you don't pay any taxes in these countries. So that's the thing with trading, right? A lot of people don't talk about this. If you're doing a lot of these tiny trades, and even if you're making some money, each transaction, buy and sell, you have to declare tax on it. It's fucking crazy, right? A lot of these gurus and all these kind of stuff, even me, I don't talk about taxes all the time because one, I'm not best educated in it, and two, it's just not sexy. But three, if you're actually trading and making money, each buy and sell in the UK, USA, you have to pay taxes on it, right? So the best step is to move to a country that has zero taxes on cryptocurrency trading. Like, I think El Salvador is just Bitcoin, so you can go trade Bitcoin, but I think Puerto Rico is zero taxes, right? What do you think ICP at its bull run? How much can it grow? Yeah, so all-time high is 750. I don't know if it gets 750. It's one of those ones where it could get 1500, right? It is fucking fantastic. But it's one of those ones where it goes to zero, so it's very risky for me. I'm not interested. You talk a lot about buying in now and getting in position. Where's your strategy? Cut off level, stop buying. How high? Too high? Also, I've been using the Arctic. Hit me up for more info. Appreciate your content. Yes, I'm good. But my strategy is looking at the next halving, April, May 2024, seeing where prices are at, right? Because there's a lot of uncertainty in the world that what could happen. Like, are we still going to be at 30k by the next halving? We could be even less. We could be like 50, 60k. So if we're at 60k by the next halving, I've probably stopped buying, most certainty, especially on altcoins. I will start to do rollover methods. It is a little bit risky, we talk about that on the channel, but it depends what prices are at. So that just depends. I think prices are going to start to soar 3 to 6 months after the next halving. Might completely not happen. For me, it's a lot easier to see when we're there. But right now, I'm still buying. Still buying. Will you be letting us know when you take profits on the 10k? Absolutely. Having Ethereum plus 9 alt spread, many coins for 10 to 50k. Yeah, it's too many coins for 10 to 15k in my opinion. But I like these plays. But for me, it's not enough money to be spreading these coins. I like if you have under 10k, it should be 3 to 5, to be honest, in my opinion. Get more money. Is ARB going to flow through the crypto space like ETH did? Maybe probably. A lot of people talking about it. Name a meme coin with 100x potential. Come rocket. I'm joking. I don't know, bro. I don't like talking about meme coins. Shiba, Dodge are old. They're probably dead, but probably not. They probably could still do it. Watch one of your latest crypto comments. You're not a charts guy, which got me wondering how you're going to come up with your extra price targets. Yeah, so these price prediction videos, man, like they're just for a bunch of we're playing the YouTube game, right? Hopefully you guys are aware here that I'm a genuine guy, but I need views, right? So these price prediction videos, they just do well, right? If I just come and say Bitcoin, here's my thoughts on Bitcoin, it's not going to do well. So I'm playing the business YouTube game and I'm in this game, but hopefully there's value in these videos where it goes beyond the price targets, right? Hopefully you understand it. And it's not about technical analysis. I'm never bringing these guys to draw charts, etc., etc. I look at, for example, Rollbit. Why I like Rollbit, I'm not going to give you a price prediction on it, but why I like it so much is because it generated $40 million last month. The casinos always win. They're born in supply. So that's how I can tell you that the price is probably going to go up. Price targets is so skewed, right? But yeah, it's nothing to do with charts, man. Like charts, it's nothing to do with that. What are your thoughts on Alchemy Pay, ACH? I don't know. I've never looked at it. I've heard of it, but never looked at it. I don't know what the product is. Never looked at it. Give me some more context on it. Maybe DM me on Twitter. I'll give you a better answer. Bridging the yeah. So looking at this, it's all nice. It's all cute. You know, it's just a good website to me. But it looks like it's got a lot of backers so far. I always get a little bit scared when I see this because I know how many projects lie. I'm not saying this one is, but I don't know. Give me a DM. Give me some more info. What do you think about Atom, Algorand, and Crow? Crow, I like. I think they've got. Well, I know they've got a lot of money. Algorand, I like as well. And Atom, Cosmos, I've never been interested in it. Let's hear your bullish bull case scenario for price predictions for each coin, just for fun instead of being on the conference. So people think I'm on the bullish case. When I give a price prediction, it's like, no, how dare you? A Bitcoin bullish case. I'm just going to get bullish case is obviously like something silly like 500k, but conservatively, you don't want to hear this, but 150k. But bullish case 300k. Ethereum 25k. HBAR $4. But that's not me telling you. Like that's not me. That's crazy bullish case. But again, for me, HBAR 90 cents, $1, $1.20, right? But you don't want that. Ethereum 10k. QNT 5k. Again, I'm not telling you that. I would say 1.5k is nice. Render $500, but again, 45, 30 will be nice. So yeah, that was just for fun. I've obviously got more altcoins. What do you think of Synverse? I don't know. What's your thought on FTM? I don't know. Thoughts on CU2, an AI play? Okay, so now I'm interested. You give me some context. So some of these coins I've never heard of, bro, and obviously this is long enough, but if this is an AI coin, I will do a look into it. I'll probably do a little video on this. Because it's an AI play. What do you think about GFLL? So yeah, a lot of people are saying this is the next Scala, blah blah blah. People are spamming me, telling me this is the next best thing. Maybe. Again, this is what we talk about. I mean, we can't argue with this. This is why we talk about like old coins, Scala. Are they dead? Right? Is this taking its storm? So a lot of people, retail especially, they're just chasing new coins. So let's see. But I hear it a lot in the community. Profit taking guide, please. Yeah, so what's your average entry price, and do 20% targets as you come out? How do you feel about injectable? I don't know. What's still not too late to buy? Put as much cash in as right now as you can physically possible on a DCA strategy. If you've got 10k, do $400 to $500 a month, but work on getting more money. Because again, I think there's going to be a dip, so you don't want to buy in 10k now if Bitcoin dips to 25k. It would suck. I don't hold Polygon. I like it though. When to take profits and put them in USD, sell it, again 20% out. Do you still feel good about HBAR? Not as good as I used to, but again, I know they've got a great project. I know the team is massive. I know they've got a lot of money coming in. I know more people are holding them. So it's not a case of do I feel good about it. It's the case of I'm all in. I'm locked in. I'm not selling. And I still think they'll beat their all-time high, right? I don't think it's going to $4, $3. Would I wish I had that money somewhere else at the time when I bought? Absolutely. But I still think it's easy gains for me. But again, a lot of people always buy when it's like, oh, Casper's pumping, Rollbit's pumping, GFLA's pumping. Money rolls over. Money will eventually come back to the fundamentals. What's the least amount to invest in, bro? $1. What does that mean? How much is your active income? I'm funneling lifestyle costs, bar from everything else. A lot of money is going into cryptocurrency because I believe in it. Are you Adonis or Jeffrey? I am a Jeffrey. Cheapest exchanges to cash out at GBP. Not Coinbase, I'll tell you that. Coinbase Pro maybe, but I'm not. Yeah, just get them all. And you do a test. Bring $10 to each and do a test. Right? Spend $50. Download 5 exchanges. You'll find out. Price prediction, ADM link. We done it. Gala, yes sir. Do you ever do original content, or do you ever copy other people's a day later? So yeah, a lot of people are saying this to every guy in the crypto space. So Wisdom Box 123, terrible name. Show your face, but. Yeah, trolls in the crypto game are very funny. That's why I don't engage in the comments that much, because it's just an absolute mess. I just post a video and then I get the FL. I don't have time to, and this is not necessarily a troll, like you might be being genuine. A lot of people like me are playing the YouTube game, right? So if somebody's video does well, we don't copy videos, but like there's a reason behind the title and the thumbnail it does well, right? So it would be very silly for me running this YouTube business to try and make up my own title and thumbnail when I look at somebody else that does well. But the own perspective is there. So it's all vice versa. Like all of the YouTubers that you're probably referring to, no BS, the House of Crypto, all these kind of guys around about the 30 to like 50 to 60k. We all speak. We're all friends. We're all, well, I think we're friends, right? Maybe we're not friends, but as far as I know, we speak pretty much, not daily, but every 2 to 3 days, we're dropping in messages, like thinking about ideas. But you know, we all copy each other's titles and thumbnails for a reason. There's a reason behind they do well. Now, yes, it would be nice to have your original content of just some normal title and thumbnail, but that's not the way the world works. And if you want to play the YouTube game seriously, like I do, because this is my business, you know, that's what you have to do. Hopefully the content's different inside and you can see that, right? We all tell our own different stories, but there's a reason behind these packages do well. So again, I don't know if you're a troll. If you are, yeah, good luck. But, you know, hopefully you can understand my genuine answer there. And nobody else will tell you that, right? Nobody else will tell you that. It's like, oh, he copied me, but if you look back, he copied me. It's just, we're all big copycats, right? But we're all playing the YouTube game. OS Sats Originals, like an investment. I don't know what that is. I think that's it. That's all the questions. Again, none of these comments are me. You know, probably scam Jay Gordon's out there. They're not me. So we might do this once every month. This was a lot of questions. Good luck to my editor. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. What I will say is, I understand there's a lot of questions, like, you know, price predictions. That was me. So I would just say, man, if you're asking these questions, just look at your portfolio, right? What coins do you have? How much money can you put in? All the basic stuff that we talk about. And then you won't need to ask these things, because a lot of people are asking, say, oh, can ADA hit $20? Yes, of course it can, but the likelihood is no. So if you have to ride these crazy price predictions, it's just to make yourself feel better. So what I will say is, get more money in, understand your coins, and understand the 20% layer out method. I think if you can just do that, in fact, I know if you can just do that, that's what the Adonis would do, right? He wouldn't be asking these questions. You'll make so much money, and you won't have to hold on for dear life. Sleepless nights of, up 50x, 20x, 10x, but I need a little bit more. You won't have to do that. Just take profit. So hopefully you enjoyed this, guys. Let me know in the comments below. That was sick.